after you signed with Future, you ended up getting locked up.
Yeah, a couple months after that.
Okay, well, can you talk about that?
Yeah, come on.
So, what happened to get you locked up?
Man, I'm gonna keep it basic. Basically, what it was a robbery that turned into a shootout.
Okay. And what were you convicted of?
I had 2 counts of aggravated robbery, 2 counts of felonious assault, tampering with evidence, receiving stolen property, possession of criminal tools. Yeah, that's it.
So they hit you with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So did you actually go to court or did you
Yeah,
plea out?
yeah. I started trial, but I plead in the middle of trial. Like when we did intermission, I went to my lawyer. I saw I went winning, and I saw, no, fuck that. I was facing 45 years.
You were facing 45
Yeah, I was
years.
facing 45 years. And I started trial. Like, you know, when you go to trial, they can hit you with the maximum. Like my minimum was 6 years and my maximum was 45 years. So she could do whatever she want to do in between there, or she can max you out, whatever she want to do. So we had an intermission. I went and I talked to my lawyer. I said, man, just take the deal because you're not winning. Man, that prosecutor was kicking my ass. I swear, we went to the room. We went to the room, me and my lawyer had a conversation. He like, man, just cop out. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm with you. You feel me? And then I went, they had pleas already on the table, so I just took the one. I had a 4-year plea. I just took that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 years compared to 45 years.
Hell yeah, shit. I'm about to do that. But then they got a thing called judicial release. That's how I got out. That's how I got out right now. You feel me? I still got months over my head. I still got time over my head right now.
So how many years did you actually end up serving?
Basically 3. It really was 2 years and 8 months, but I just be saying 3 because I'm not about to say 2 years and 8 months every time somebody asks me.
Okay. So you end up doing a little under 3 years.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, how frustrating was it? Like you just signed this deal with like one of the biggest artists in the world and pow, you sent to jail.
That shit was crazy. I swear to God, no, that shit was really fucking me up in there. Like, I'm sitting on my rack, I'm watching Future on TV, like, damn, that's crazy. I'm supposed to be backstage right now, but I'm sitting on my rack with these corny ass niggas. You feel me? That shit was fucking me up. That shit used to really piss me off. I used to wake up mad in that bitch.
I mean, when people actually believe you, you're like, yeah, I just signed a Future. They're like, yeah, I,
no, see, but,
pass the potatoes. Like,
yeah, no. See, but it wasn't nothing like that. As soon as I stepped in the joint, everybody already knew who I was. You feel me? Everybody, I never told, not one time did I go up to somebody and say, hey, I'm signing the Future. No. Everybody always just be talking for me. I don't even want to tell nobody that I'm signing the Future. I'm in the joint. I ain't thinking about rap or nothing like that. I'm living in jail right now. I ain't thinking about that shit. I am on my own time, but as I'm going through what I'm going through, I'm not about to go around, yeah, bro, I rap, I'm signing the Future. Hell no.
I mean, you get, especially in prison, and I've heard a lot of stories about this where you got someone who's locked up for, let's say, a long time, or they just, if it's not even a long time, they ain't got nothing, waiting for them when they get out. And they see someone who has a potential, who has things going on, and they start to hate or they start to do shit to try to drag you down with them. You know what I'm saying? Did you have any of that in prison?
Yeah, hell yeah. All the time. Ain't nobody, them niggas in jail, they ain't want me to come home. Still to this day, they mad about that shit. Like I was telling you, like I got on a judicial release. Like that's an early release. Like it was a privilege to get out. Like my lawyer worked something out with the judge to get me out. But if I was in that bitch getting it, like if I was getting caught for shit that was going on, I wouldn't have got out. They went on that shit. Niggas used to do corny shit every day trying to bring me down.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like, you know how jail work, bro. Like, jail, you about to have to wake up every day, everybody in their feelings, everybody being corny. This nigga mad because his bitch ain't fucking with him. This nigga mad for this reason. He ain't got no food in his box. He just mad. So they try to take their problems out on you. You feel me? So that's how niggas always in jail get into it. But mind you, I gotta wake up around this shit every day. I'm walking around with thousands of niggas every day. I'm sleeping on the block with 100 niggas every day. So you know niggas gonna get into it. You know niggas gonna be doing corny shit. Niggas don't like the fact that I'm about to go home and be rich. Think them niggas want me to go home and be rich? Niggas about to go home and go right back to the same shit that got them in here. They weren't liking that shit. Period.
Yeah, man. I mean, I try to, and this is why I try to focus on stuff like this, because I think that a lot of times jail gets glorified. And it's like people brag about how much jail time they do, when the reality is,
Man,
jail is just, jail
that
there
shit
ain't
not
nothing good that's
cool.
going to come out of it.
That shit not cool. Like when I talk about that shit, like in my songs, when I speak about jail, I ain't speaking about how cool it is to be in jail or nothing like that, because that shit not cool. Shit make you corny. You in jail. You feel me? Like I'm speaking about it because I'm just telling my story of what I've been through. I ain't trying to glorify that shit or nothing like that.
I feel you, man. So you get out, and weren't you like banned from the music industry when you got out?
What happened was when I got out, my judge told me, you can't do music for 60 days. If you do good these first 60 days, then I'll let you start doing your music. So that's why everybody was hitting me up like, where your first day out song at? It been done. It just can't come out. You feel me? My judge went on that shit at first. I had to make her trust me.
I've never heard of that. So you get out, early release, and they say you can't do music. Well, why is it? What is it about music that they didn't want you to do? Because it was the subject matter or something?
I can't really say. I don't know why. I don't know why she told me that. I don't know why. I can't say. I don't know.
But you were actually banned from putting out any kind of music for the first 2 months.
She said no music for 60 days at least. At least. I just got
At
lucky.
least.
Yeah, I just got lucky and she ended up letting me off.
Okay, so after 2 months, she was like, all right, go
Yeah,
ahead.
she started trusting me. I had to gain her trust.
That's crazy, man.
She thought I was gonna come home and probably go right back to jail. She wanted to see could I live a regular life.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So this last tour with Future and Drake was like the biggest grossing hip hop tour of all time.
Yeah.
Were you on that tour?
Yes, I was there. I ain't gonna say every date, but I was there.
Okay. What was it like being on a tour of that caliber?
Oh, that shit was epic, for sure. That shit legendary. That shit was legendary.
What do you think was your greatest like memory from that tour?
Man, it was so much shit going on, bro. I don't know. I can't really say. I can't pinpoint nothing. The whole everything, every moment is a epic memory. You feel me? So I can't just really pinpoint one thing. I can't say.
Well, and you were opening up for Future on certain shows?
On the tour?
Yeah.
No, that was Drake tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you didn't actually perform on the
No,
tour?
no.
Okay. But you got to go along and actually experience it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the biggest stadiums out there too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when Designer came out and started to buzz, you dropped a freestyle about Designer.
I seen you posted an article
Yeah?
that went on freestyle. That was a tweet.
It was a tweet.
It was a tweet.
Okay,
It wasn't no
okay.
song.
You said fuck
I seen
that
you
dude.
posted the article. I
We
seen
free
it.
band. Okay, I feel you. Okay, you're right. Yeah, it was a tweet. I got it wrong. So it was a fuck that dude. We FBG over this way. Free band shooters. There's a bunch of gun emojis and so forth. You know, I really hope. Who was I talking to about this the other day? I think it was 22 Savage. You know, I'll just be honest, man. I'm just gonna take a step back from this for a second. It's a damn shame if someone gets killed over an emoji.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just take a step back. Like, how did he get killed? Well, there was this emoji, and things escalated from that emoji.
That's crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Isn't it?
imagine getting killed over an emoji. Like,
Right.
that must be the lamest thing in the world to get killed from.
I personally, I don't take emojis kindly. You say something to me and you put emojis behind it, I take that you being too disrespectful. I'm gonna take you serious. If you
Okay,
sending me
but
gun emojis, you doing all this, I feel like you really about to what is you saying? You gonna kill me? Is that what you saying? You threatening me? I don't play like that.
Well, I mean, you putting up gun emojis
Because
and
I'm
bang
not
bangs and
playing.
stuff
Because
like
I don't
that.
be playing. That's what I'm saying. When I send a nigga gun emojis or something like that, bro, I don't be playing.
Okay, so what is it that
But
upsets
look,
you
but look, but look.
so much about
See,
designer that you putting gun
but
emojis?
let me clear the situation up.
Go ahead.
It ain't what I thought it was. You feel me? When I came home, all I knew is what the media was talking about. Yeah, he trying to steal designer. Designer trying to steal future swag and da 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 da. But you feel me? I ain't know what was really going on with the situation. You feel me? I had to figure out before I knew I was wrong for doing that. You feel me? Future don't have no problem with him for real. Blogs and shit might say that they twist up words and be saying what they want, but at the end of the day, they never had no altercation or nothing like that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, designer does sound a lot like Future. I mean,
he do.
sometimes you can't even tell them apart.
A lot of people do. Everybody want to sound like Future.
Not everyone wants to sound like Future. Let's just take a step back. And designer sounds a lot more like Future than
sound like
99% of people out there. Let's just keep it all the way.
Say
100.
90% of them want to sound like Future.
Okay, but designer actually really sounds like Future.
Yes, he part of that 90%.
I would put him in the 1% of
90.
people that's trying to sound like
90.
Future. Okay. Like I could tell Future. I've never heard a Migos song and said, "Oh, this is Future." Like I've never heard a Yachty song and said, "This is Future." I mean, these are all people that were influenced by him in certain ways.
90?
But I've never been able to not tell them apart. Whereas if I listen to Designer, sometimes I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, that's why he a part of that 90. It's still an extra 10 that's not trying to sound like him. The people that you just named, they somewhere in that 10 there. I said 90.
Okay.
I ain't say 100.
You said what you said about Designer. And then what? You talked to Future about it afterwards?
I ain't even gonna necessarily speak on what was discussed about the situation. Like it wasn't even nothing though. Like it wasn't even me having to come to like, oh, you got a problem with him and da 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 da. It's just me being around. I just already know. Like just listen to the conversation and stuff. Like you just know he don't have a problem with dude for real. He don't care about that shit. He don't give a fuck.
I mean, as he shouldn't.
He Future. He don't give a fuck about a nigga trying to sound like him. Everybody trying to sound like him. He don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't think that people stopped checking for Future when Designer came around.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I think Designer is kind of starting to come to his own. You know what I mean? Because Panda was very Future sounding, but Timmy Turner I thought was a little bit,
no,
you know.
Right.
You know, and there's been a lot of rappers that sound like other rappers over the years. I mean, I'm a little older than you, but I remember when Shine came out, he sounded like Biggie, and everyone was just like, "Oh, this guy," you know. And then after a while, he started to kind of develop his own sound. So we'll see what happens with Designer. He got good music behind him. He got some money behind him.
Well, that's cool.